I'm 41 years old. I love books and I collect quotes. As a matter of fact, I've collected so many quotes over the years that I've written 6 books full of them. And today I want to share with you 12 quotes that will help you think differently and deeper about your life. Let's go. Fear doesn't stop death, it stops life. We started heavy on this one, but think about it. When you fear things, it doesn't stop the threat, it doesn't stop the consequence, but it stops you. It paralyzes you. A lot of people actually suffer from being paralyzed because they fear things. They never move forward in life because they are stuck. They are enclosed in fear. You did not receive a spirit of fear. You're supposed to be bold, supposed to be clear, supposed to move forward. You're supposed to have a hope. So forget fear, live with faith. Number 2, this is specifically good for entrepreneurs, people who run businesses. If it costs your peace, it's too expensive. You know, maybe you're thinking about doing something, maybe you're thinking about trying something new, but when you go back home and you lie down at night, put your head on your pillow, and you can't sleep, and you're anxious, and the things are bothering you, and it doesn't sit right with you, that is what I call costing your peace. You can't live a life normally because of that thing that you try to do. That is a too high of a price to pay for something that you try to do. My father-in-law always tells me this. Anytime you try to do something, the main indicator that God is in it is peace. If you have peace, you should move forward. If you don't have peace about it, and I know sometimes you gotta try a few things, sometimes you gotta take the risk, but if you don't have peace about it, you shouldn't go forward. People only see the decision you made. They never see the choices you had. I'll say it again. People only see the decision you made, not the choices you had. Life is perfect in hindsight. When you look back, everything's easy, everything's perfect. But when you're in the moment, in the thick of it, you have to make the decision. And it's only up to you. So have this to bring peace to your mind, to keep you calm. People only see the decision you made, but not the choices you had. You had to go through the choices. You have to weigh up and weigh down what's good and what's bad. Only you know what's best for you and your family. So be at peace with the fact that you made a decision, move forward, stick to it. As a matter of fact, a successful team is successful because they stick to the plan. If you've done a plan, you've drawn a plan, stick to the plan. They only see the decision you made, not the choices you had. Never take criticism from people you wouldn't take advice from. Think about this for a moment. Never take criticism from people you wouldn't take advice from. Now, I've spoken in this channel before about the importance of mentors. I think people should have these 5 different kinds of people in their lives at all time. People who inspire them, people who teach them, people who they are teaching, people who do things with them, and people who sign off on the things that they're doing. This is a model that I've developed, and I think everyone should have mentors in those categories. Friends, family, older people, people who've gone before you, all right? This is extremely important. But I wouldn't take any criticism from people who I wouldn't take advice from. Now, in the era of social media, again, and all of those keyboard ninjas and the haters that you accumulate, man, these people don't even know you. Why would you take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from? As a matter of fact, why you're giving so much importance for people who are not in your life yet? They're not part of your life. They're virtual. They're not real. If you want to take advice from someone, you look for people you trust. And here's a bonus one. If you want to do the wrong thing, ask everyone. The magic that you are looking for is in the work that you are avoiding. Look, I'm preaching to myself here. Look around. If you've been in my channel for, I don't know, 2 months, you've seen a different set, right? You've seen a different place. And we were in the studio. That's where we used to record our things. And then we made a few changes and we wanted to strip back. Now we're sitting on an improvised studio and we're happy. And we were like, oh, you know, it needs to be this, it needs to be that. And Jordan, the guy who sits behind the camera that you have met before, he said, look, we can make it happen because this is literally manifested in our lives. The joy that you're looking for all over the place is actually in the work that you're avoiding. We were avoiding this. We're now here. I'm preaching to myself. Maybe you're looking somewhere else. Maybe you're looking outside. You know the saying, the grass is greener on the neighbor's garden. Well, the grass is greener there because you're not watering your own garden. So you just get to your garden, water it, and work on it because the magic you are looking for is actually in the work that you're avoiding. Take that for your 2025. Damn. Ships are safe at harbor, But you and I know the harbor is not what they made for. You might be safe doing what you're doing. You might be safe at the job that you are. You might be safe just following the career path that someone told you. Or maybe it's a different circumstance that I haven't even mentioned. And you feel safe. Look, nothing good happens on your safe zone. The reality is if you wanna accomplish the things that no one accomplished, you have to do things that no one does. You're gonna have to take the risk. Obviously, you don't want it to cost you a piece, but you're gonna have to take the risk. Ships are safe at harbor, but they're not built for the harbor. You are not built for a safe zone. You're built for an adventure. You're built for a purpose. You actually have a purpose, and you wanna endeavor. You want the adventure. You wanna find out your purpose, and you wanna live that full-on life. We have intentionally built a community with people all over the world who are looking to find out and figure it out and live their purpose. It's a beautiful community. We have videos and classes and live calls and interactions, and I would love for you to be part of that. It's free. You can literally click on the link below and become part of that community. I would love for you to take advantage of that. No is a complete sentence. You don't have to justify yourself. That's it. Live with that. No is a full-on, complete sentence. You don't have to explain. You don't have to justify. Someone asks you, can you do this for me? No. I don't have to justify because you're asking, you're not demanding, you're not commanding. I own my life. You don't own me. So I don't owe you anything. If it's a favor, it has to be done out of my own heart. But I want to comfort you because a lot of people are trying to justify themselves and it's ugly. It's just ugly. It doesn't work. When you're like, oh, I can't do this because of that or because of that. And look, let's be honest, between you and me, most people lie. Most people are liars. They're like, oh, I can't do that because I have to pick up my kid and all that. That's not true. You're not picking up your kids. Just say no, all right? Be honest, be genuine. That'll give you so much comfort, trust me. If you don't sacrifice for what you want becomes the sacrifice. Most people my age, I'm 41 now, they wouldn't try anything new. They're like, oh, you know what? I've tried it before. I lost money. This is risky. I have a family to look after. I do have a dream and I want to do this, but your but is your worst enemy. Because of that but, you don't move forward with the dreams and the things that you want to accomplish. I'll give you an example. You want to travel the world, right? You're 40 something. You haven't traveled before. You want to travel the world. It's going to have to be a sacrifice. You're going to have to save money. You're going to have to abdicate a few things. But if you don't sacrifice, save money, abdicate a few things, then the desire you had, what you wanted, quote unquote, traveling, becomes the sacrifice, and you sacrifice that for the sake of your safety. So I really want to go deeper in this. Like, I think unless you're 95 years old, which could be potentially old in our age, in our day and age, unless you're 95 years old, there's still time. You want to live your dreams. You want to pursue them. So don't be lazy. Just because if you don't sacrifice for what you want becomes the sacrifice. I know I keep repeating the sentence, but it needs to sink in. The penny needs to drop. It's about time that we wake up. You can do anything, but you can't do everything. If you put your mind to it and you put the effort and you sacrifice for it, you can do anything. But the reality is you can't do everything. The same goes for people. You can do something for anyone, but you can't do it for everyone. You don't want to do everything. You don't want to do it for everyone because it will wear you out. You need focus. What's focus? Focus is the ability to say no to good things in order to say yes to great things. Like we say in basketball, a great shooter says no to good shots so he can say yes to the best shots. You want to take the best shots. You want to use the best chances. You want to optimize. So take that idea, run with it. You can do anything, but you can't do everything. You need focus. This year could be the year of focus for you, all right? Those who do not move don't notice their chains. Personally, a lot of people who are unhappy with their work situation, they go to work, they do an exchange. It's basically slavery. They exchange time for money. They're unhappy. They get home exhausted. They're running out of fumes. They're not satisfied, but they don't move. They don't do anything else. They don't go looking for other jobs, other opportunities. They don't want to start anything new. They don't want to sacrifice for what they want, so what they want doesn't become the sacrifice. They just stagnated. You know what happens? They don't notice their chains. It's like a prisoner sitting in prison and everything is tight, the shackles are tight on them. If they don't move, they don't notice the chains. If they move, they notice the chains. Now, here's the deal. Okay, when you move, it will hurt. But if you don't move, nothing changes. So here's my proposal for you. Stop moving. You'll notice the chains, but when you move, you'll find the gains. We don't see things the way they are. We see things the way we are. You're looking at me through a screen, maybe. I'm looking at you through the barrel of a camera lenses. We don't see things for what they are. We see things the way we are. When you look at a situation, a problem you're trying to solve, at least 80% of that equation is your bias, your personality, your ego. And the reason why sometimes it's hard to get out of a situation is because you are the problem. If we take this stoic mindset to heart and believe that everything is my fault, everything is my fault. If you take everything to be your fault, even when it's unfair, trust me, life gets so much simpler when everything is your fault. Oh, it's the guy didn't show up, my fault. I should have communicated better. That way, you will avoid most of the problems that are present in your life right now. And trust me, anyone can benefit of eliminating 80% of their problems. And when you do that, you go back to this idea. When you do back, you go, you know what? I'm not seeing things for what they are. I'm seeing for who I am. So I got to change that. Step out of my own shoes and look from a different perspective. Perspective is everything. It changes everything when you look from a different angle. If someone could only see your actions, but not hear your words, what would they say your priorities are? You know, it's beautiful when you say, you know, my family is my priority. Do your actions show that? Oh, I love my family. Do your actions show that? I'm very committed at work. You know, when you go to a job interview and they say, oh, you know, tell me your qualities. I'm very committed. Are you? Or you rock up late? Are you actually committed to the success of the company, or you just want your salary? Like, if the bosses actually could only see your actions, you know, how hard you work, how focused you are, how committed to the goals. If they could only see your actions but not hear your words, what would they say your priorities are? That applies to every area of your life. And I want to finish this video with this question. If anyone is observing, just looking at us, what would they say our priorities are? Look, I have a very clear priority. I want to help people. I want to help people find their purpose in life. I think that there are too many people around the world living life aimlessly, just getting by, just going in and out, no purpose in life. At the end of the day, when they're 70, 80, they will regret. You know, this is the most common regret in anyone's life, that living a life without a purpose. I want to help you find your purpose and live your purpose. I've built a community intentionally designed to help people find and live their purpose. We have plenty of tools there. It's high quality, super well produced, and the best news, it's free. Now, you're probably not believing it. You think this is a hook. No, it's not a hook. I genuinely want to help people. And we do that because we can. It's actually possible, but some people made it possible so you can enjoy it for free. All you have to do is to click the link below. It's going to go on my website, pedroonpurpose.live. And right there, you follow the instructions, you join the community. There's a plethora of videos and content for you to consume there. I hope to see you in our community so you can make this year, who knows, the best year of your life. And with these quotes that you just watched, man, you're set up. You're set up for success this year. Now, if you want more, like I said, I love quotes. I love questions. I have this video over here with 7 questions that will change the way you think about life. Just go and watch that.